Hiya friends, welcome back. This is the Prepared Suburbanite, back with a little bit more detail on what I was talking about in a previous video. Today is June 9th, and summer temperatures with all their humidity have arrived here in North Carolina. And I wanted to talk about in a little bit more detail than I went in last time about the power outages and what's going to be triggering some of the issues that we're going to be facing this summer with brownouts, blackouts, rolling blackouts, and just plain power outages. So stick around. From our own local news, it says, could extreme heat trigger power outages in North Carolina? This was published on June 1st on local TV station and their website from WRAL. Could extreme heat? Yes, it could. Our power grid even here in North Carolina, is subject to all kinds of breakages, downtimes, limbs falling, storms that are going to create damage, and just the tremendous increase in population in this particular area, I think is going to put a big strain on the power grid right here in my backyard. In other news, Iowans warned that they may see rolling blackouts this summer as the NOAA predicts above average temperatures. I don't know if this has got anything to do with climate change or not, but it's gearing up to be a pretty hot summer. It's already pretty darn hot here in North Carolina. I've only been to Iowa once, so I don't know if I can speak to that, but their Des Moines Register has issued this morning, and this came out again on June 1st, saying, hey, we're going to see rolling blackouts, possibility right here in Iowa. So CNN jumps into it on the 2nd and says, energy experts sound alarm about U.S. electric grid not designed to withstand the impact of climate change. Well, yeah, I don't know if climate change is the right terminology. It's just going to be a pretty darn hot summer, and I don't think it's got anything to do with the lefty agenda of climate change. But I am and remain concerned about the potential for downtimes, for rolling blackouts, rolling brownouts. It's very, very possible that your electric company will be able to increase the price per unit, however they charge it, during peak times, maybe double it, or even triple it, or even quadruple it during peak times, and they determine what the peak times are. So pay attention to what's going on with your electric bill when these things start happening later this summer. In other news, Fox News came out this morning and said Texas is under the threat of rolling blackouts amid a heat wave. Well, the heat wave is alive and well in Texas. Friends of mine out there have already posted some things on social media about how darn hot it is and what they've got to do to try to stay cool and keep their animals cool, keep them hydrated, all that kind of stuff. But the bottom line is that it's going to happen. And that we all know from last year's experience that Texas power grid isn't robust enough to handle the demand that they're going to see. So what do? Well, it's time to plan for reserve and backup power. I said in my recent video that I've got 4 generators now. I've got a whole house Generac 20,000 kilowatt unit that's certainly big enough to run the whole house, but it's very expensive to run. I've got 2 Champions inverter generators, 2,000 watt, and I've got them so that I can hook them up in parallel so that they can run pretty big appliances like freezers and refrigerators and things like that. So that's 3, and I just picked up the EcoFlow 1300 solar generator. I'm going to put that to the test over this weekend so that I can get a real good judge of how well that thing works, how long it's going to last. So I'm going to hook it up to my new upright freezer that I just picked up this week to see if it's going to last a minimum of 8 hours, hoping for 10 or 12, that we can make sure that that freezer can run off the EcoFlow Delta. It's a great little unit. I think it's a lifesaver. I would encourage you to take a look at your backup energy sources. See if you can pick up gas generators first and then invest in solar generators. Right now, the solar generators are running probably a minimum of 2, but probably more like 4 times the price of gas-powered generators. So it's going to take a bit of an investment, but now's the time to get ready for what's coming. The energy crisis that we're going to be facing, that we're facing right now, is basically out of control. And I'm going to blame a lot of that on the current administration and their really goofy green energy policies. While the country is running out of baby formula, and while the country is dealing with nearly a $5 per gallon gasoline price and as much as $6 and $7 out in California, Joe Biden decides that it would be a good idea to produce more solar panels. Yeah, try to feed your baby a solar panel, will ya? Hey, this is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see you all on the next video.